Right then, welcome to game week 36 of the Premier League. Now, I'm recording this on Friday night, it's going up Saturday, but as I'm recording this, I don't feel 100% right now, so it doesn't really matter to you, but just know if I come out with something stupid, I'm not 100% there right now. And also this PC doesn't want to load properly, so that's another thing I've got to take into consideration. I'll probably do a jump cut as to when the matches actually appear on my screen, so I'll see you in a sec. Right then, Fulham and Everton to start us off. No 12:30 kickoffs. We're going straight into the 3 o'clocks with two teams that are pretty much fine with where they are. Not much movement to go on for them. I see a draw here perhaps to start us off. Maybe a 1-1, 2-2. I'll go with the 1-1. Pardon me. 1-1 draw to start us off. Two decent sides. Moving on to Ipswich and Brentford, which is also at 3 o'clock. You've got a side that is relegated and a side that is proving that they are worth something. So the Brentford win seems obvious. I'll go with a 3-0 for that. You got like Bournemouth, all those brilliant players that Brentford have compared to Ipswich's relegated players. Most of them probably leaving the club soon anyways. So nothing to play for them, apart from maybe looking for a decent move. Although most of them, like Liam Dorp, will have something nailed on already, I assume. Moving on to Southampton and Manchester City. Same situation really. Manchester City, though, with a bit more at stake. They are pushing for Champions League football. They'll probably comfortably get there, to be fair. After this week, I think there's not really much standing in the way. And it's Southampton, so... Sorry, I just coughed, that's why there's a cut. It's Southampton, so there's not much of a challenge there. But I don't think they'll be up for too many goals, so I'm going to go with a 2-0 there. I don't think it's going to be a thrashing. Moving on to the next fixture, this one's a tasty one. It's Wolves and Brighton. Now, who do I want to win here? This is a tough one. I'm tempted to go with a draw, however, I might just edge towards Wolves. I think they composed themselves well against Manchester City last week to only lose 1-0. They deserved a goal or two as well, so for me, Wolves should win that one. We're going to go with Wolves to win that one 2-1. First 2-1 of the video. Moving on to Bournemouth and Villa. Two good sides again. Possibly edging towards Villa on this one. More at stake for them. However, Bournemouth are a good side and not to be underestimated, which I feel like Aston Villa might underestimate them a little bit. So, taking that into consideration, I think maybe just a 1-0 for Villa. Just scraping by. And that is at 5:30, so that's the televised game. Moving on to Sunday, we've got Newcastle United and Chelsea at 12. A nice early kick-off for a Sunday. Newcastle at home, I'll back them to win. We'll go with a 2-0 win for Newcastle. Chelsea are decent. They showed it against Liverpool. But, yeah, this is Newcastle's game to lose. So, Newcastle 2-0, as I've said. Chelsea perhaps got a goal in them, but I can't see it against Newcastle. Although, to be fair, Newcastle's defence is probably one of the weaker ones in the top end of the table. So, I don't know. I'm going to go with a clean sheet for Newcastle, though. Moving on to Manchester United and West Ham United. These next 3 games are on at 4:15. This is the earliest one. So West Ham just come off of a 1-1 draw against Spurs. And now they're moving to the place up in the table, just a little bit higher in 15th, where they play Manchester United with home advantage through to the final. Maybe new lease of life with Mount doing well, and obviously as well getting to that final took some talent, so maybe they can display a little bit more in the Premier League in these last couple of matches. Maybe they'll choose not to, though. Focus on full strength of the cup, which I'm sure Spurs will do, but we'll talk about that later. I'll go with another 1-1 draw, to be fair, for West Ham. Nothing too impressive, just a bit dead, really. That sums up United, West Ham and Spurs season, just a bit dead. apart from obviously two of them going against in each other at the final. But whoever loses that will be not too pleased, I assume. Okay, Nottingham Forest and Leicester City. Nottingham Forest obviously having their little slip-ups. Leicester City coming off of a win. Doesn't mean much for them though. They're already relegated. We'll go with the Forest win 2-0. Nothing too crazy. I'm not doing any high predictions this week. I just don't see it happening. Everything that's happened has happened, really. We've got the relegation, we've got the title. So, nothing to play for, really, in these games. Spurs and Palace. I think Spurs put out a weaker side, especially after losing Maddison. I'm going to try and conserve the energy, put, like, the youth on there, and save the likes of your strong defence that you can rely on, which showed in the Bordeaux Glint game. They played really well defensively as well as the attack. The little 10-minute attack that they had where they got those 2 goals were impressive. In fact, I don't think Porro meant to score. I think it was supposed to be a cross and it went in. But they defended really well against Bordeaux to get into the final. So I think they'll probably rest those players and prepare them for Manchester United. And Crystal Palace can probably walk away with a 2-1 win. And then we've got the final game, Liverpool and Arsenal at Anfield. There we go, got there in the end. Head's gone. Head is gone. Wow. I couldn't even name Anfield. Wow. Obviously Liverpool weakening off now. They've got that title. Didn't show much against Chelsea. Arne Slot's come out and said that he will be playing Bradley over Alexander-Arnold. Completely understandable and fair enough. So he's obviously not quite ready for it yet, so he's trying to prepare him. So a weaker right-hand side at the back. Obviously still got Salah maybe looking for a few more goals though. So, and Arsenal obviously have nothing to play for now. Another trophy season for second place FC. However, 3 points here seems reasonable, so I'm going to go with the 3-1 win, just the same as their other London rivals did against Liverpool last week. Obviously Arsenal have a lesser strike force, you could say. However, they did show talent against PSG. It's obviously very unlucky that the keeper was on his ball. Well, yeah, that's the way to say it. But yeah, I don't think many teams would have scored many against PSG this season. Well, many haven't, to be fair. So, but yeah, Liverpool, time to prepare for next season. Shut off a little bit, but not obviously too much. However, maybe the goals come in, but other than that, I think yeah, it's done for them. They'll probably lose until the end of the season. But yeah, that's been about it. So not much going on really. Bit of a dead week, in all fairness. Say probably the best game of the week is Wolves Brighton, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I'm going to have to painstakingly edit this and then get it out and hopefully not feel like crap in the morning. So fingers crossed. I'll see you all in the next one. Get me to 1,000 subscribers so I don't have to deal with this stupid PC. Please, please. I hate this PC. Okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.